as a guy who is not really woo-woo and in the spiritual world, I want to talk to you a little bit about manifestation and visualization here, because my life continues to go places that I only thought of, but it comes to fruition in different ways. Now, before I lose you, don't worry, this isn't going to be a woo-woo spiritual video, but what this is going to be is it's going to tap into the art and the power of visualizing something and manifesting things and allowing life to happen for you, allowing yourself to release control and feeling really good. Now look, my name is Jake Kelfer. I'm a best-selling author. I'm a business owner. I'm a go type of person. So to do a video on spirituality type of things, it feels good. It feels unique. And so let's have some fun with this. Now, I've always had this dream or this fantasy that I'll live in a place or I'll go on a vacation where my place, the place that I'm staying, will be on top of like a local pub or a local bar, so that I can just become like a regular there. Or I'll live somewhere and I can become a regular. That's always been, a fantasy of mine that's always fascinated me. And I think part of that is because I love going to Irish pubs, or I love going to bars that are from other countries. I remember when I was growing up in high school, I went to a British pub and I celebrated New Year's at like 4 p.m. Pacific time, because it was already New Year's in the UK. And so I know that one of my favorite places that I go to is Jameson's Irish Pub where I live in Santa Monica. And so I've always, wherever I'm traveling, it's always a great time. And so I've always had this fantasy and this visualization. And it's funny because it's always been something that I've just talked about or I've thought about here and there. It's never been something that I take too seriously. And the crazy thing about this is me and my wife, we got married in November, and then we just moved into our new home. And I was driving to the gym and I was feeling good. I'm like, gosh, this new home is amazing. It's everything that we were looking for. And I'm driving to the gym and I'm driving back. And my wife, she said, Jake, do you know what that is? And I'm like, what is that? She goes, the Daily. And I'm like, what's the Daily? And so I end up doing some more research, and I find out that there's literally a British pub 5 minutes from our house. And I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy, because now this kind of weird fantasy that I've always had is now a reality. Now, is it exactly the way I pictured it? No, but I don't think that's the point. I think the point that I'm taking away from this is that sometimes when we put these things out there, whether they're financial things, whether they're fun things, whether they're whatever, you put these things out there, and our mind is so powerful. And because that, it happened. It happened. And it happened in a way that was different than I could have expected. It wasn't planned, which for me as someone who's loves to be in control, this is a beautiful thing. And I'm learning to receive it. I'm learning to accept it. I'm learning to do all these things. And so I think that manifestation and the power of visualization is amazing. But here's where it gets really fun for me, is when I think about all these things and I think about how this all came to be. Sure, there was that initial idea of, oh gosh, wouldn't it be fun to live really close or on top of a pub or some place where you can, drink the Guinness and have a blast. I don't even really drink beer, but I still love the idea of it all. And what's really, really amazing is that things happen in different ways than you can possibly expect. Things happen in ways that maybe you wouldn't have chosen to do them, but they happen anyways, and you have to be okay with that. That's something that I'm learning, is like releasing the power of control, but also opening my body to being able to receive abundance and everything that wants to come my way. Fascinating stuff. Okay, I'm going through this and I'm learning it, and I'm sharing it with you as I'm learning it. And the other thing that I think is so incredible with all this is, yes, you can have these thoughts, but I believe that as much as we want to spiritualize this endeavor and manifest and visualize, you also got to do the work. And I'll tell you, I've worked my butt off to put myself in a position to be able to move to the place that I'm at, to be able to go to the gym that I go to be able to live in the location that I live in. And I've worked my butt off to do that. And because of that hard work, and because of the thought, I believe that that's how it's ended up coming together. And I think that this is a amazing lesson to learn, is that yes, you want to think ahead. You want to think about what are the things that you desire. What's the dream home that you have, the dream car that you want. And you want to manifest this. You want to visualize it. I love that stuff. I've always done some of that stuff. But now I'm becoming more aware to experiencing those things when they happen, because of the hard work that I've put in, that has resulted in these opportunities. And so to sum all this up, when you combine incredibly disciplined hard work towards an outcome, maybe it's not even the outcome that you visualize, but you dedicate time and effort to an outcome. Okay? If you're an entrepreneur, it's running your business, it's committing to the process, it's putting in the time. It's not just hoping and wishing and praying, it's doing the work. It's doing the work. And then you combine that with the visualization and the things that you've manifested and the things that you desire and the experiences you want to have in your life. Those things come together in such beautiful harmony. And that's magical. And the reason that it's so magical is because it can allow the go people in the world to release a little bit of the control and allow life to happen. And on the flip side, it can allow the very spiritual people out there in the world to tap into their go to make their spiritual hopes and dreams happen faster. And I think that that's a beautiful thing, is when you can mesh the woo with the do, right? And you can make it the woo do. I don't know what we're talking about here, but if you can have one woo and you can have one do, like you're doing the work, now you can make some things happen here. All right. So the woo do, right? Or the do woo, whatever. We're making things up on the spot, but we're having a good time doing it. And that's the beauty of this. All right. We're going to have a great time. We're going to enjoy what we're doing. We're going to work our asses off. And then we're going to see things come and manifest in ways that we couldn't have predicted. So that's what I got. That's what I got here for you. I hope that you enjoy this. I really hope that you enjoy this. Combine the woo with the do, and you got the woo do. Make some stuff happen.